Okay, what's up, guys? Let's talk about the term the alpha male and the beta male. Now, I don't like the term versus beta. We're not a pack of hyenas. I just think this Darwinistic term just encourages animalism and degeneracy that in order to be a good male, you have to be a tough bully and belittle others and to establish your dominance and to sleep with tons of girls to show that your genes are superior. And that's not an alpha male, that's called being a douchebag bully cunt. And it's all fun and games till someone with that same radical mindset does it to you, but this time they're bigger and stronger than you, or you end up in jail. Plus, when has this in history ever worked? Because the past tells us that the kings and the dictators that get too big for their boots usually get the guillotine by the so-called beta male peasants, who all team up and have an uprising and chop their heads off, basically. Even the apes do that in the animal kingdom. They banish the leader if he abuses his power. There's no such thing as a victim, but rather the toleration of a victim. Because even a slave has enough and just poisons his master in his sleep when he's had enough. So yeah, I don't like those words alpha and beta. It promotes a false sense of masculinity. Instead, I like to use the words awesome. At first I was going to use cool and uncool, but even that has been hijacked to mean popular and unpopular, with the cunts who usually announce themselves to be the so-called cool ones. So yeah, the awesome male. He's a sound guy to be around, is not an asshole, is happy and confident in himself, doesn't try to pull others down, and is not a sheep to the status quo. However, does stand up for himself when the time calls. Then you have your imposter male, your imposter awesome, somebody who tries to superficially appeal to others, need other people's validation, tries way too hard to impress people to hide the fact that he's insecure and afraid of judgment. You know, those so-called lads and douchebags and meatheads and chads. That's where I'd fit those people in the box. Then you get your cunts, or the cunt male. The people are usually, the degenerate, the working class, like those skinheads, the chavs, the rednecks, your hood rats. Very poorly educated. A dumbass usually displays violent or antisocial behaviour. And then you get your normie male, someone who just follows the herd, basic consumer, low energy, a bit selfish, just conform to societal standards. And then you get your loser male. Sorry to say this, but these are the nerds. They had to be put somewhere. They're skinny, a bit unhygienic, speak with a lisp, has spots all over his face, bad social skills, has anxiety. But for a nerd, at least you'd expect him to make up for it by being smart, right? Nope, guess again, he's also a dumbass. He's easy prey for the cunt males and the imposter awesome males. And you want to feel sorry for him, but he's sort of inviting it or encouraging it by how lame he is. Same can be applied to all groups of women, and these tags I have given can be applied within any race in any country. So yeah, the awesome male, the imposter awesome, the normie simpleton, the cunt, and the hipster geek. It's just how I define people in society, instead of a very broad brush of alpha and beta. However, unlike a caste system, you are not born to be this way or trapped. It's all about mindset, and you can change at any time. So yeah. And another thing I want to say about women is, know how I said the awesome male and the cunt male? For example, a confident guy versus like a hoodlum or a thug. The problem is women can't tell the difference between an alpha male and a degenerate. So and because they both display alpha male characteristics, but there's clearly a big difference between a successful businessman and somebody who's gone to prison for 8 years for murder, because they both display confidence and high levels of testosterone. And because women can't grasp that, when they do try to get an alpha, well, a so-called alpha, I don't like using that term, they usually pick the wrong one, so, and then complain about it later. So, yeah, but as men, we can sort of understand it and distinguish other males within our peer group. However, women can't, and have worse judgment and when it comes to that sort of thing. So, although testosterone is a good thing for confidence, too much of it can lead to toxic masculinity, and you get it. So anyways, that's just my whole view on the whole alpha versus beta thing, the whole alpha and beta argument. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.